Get some Sudocrem on that, fella. Do you know what I mean?
You need a cooling mask.
Moisturise, babes.
Yeah.
Get the Nivea.
Where's Cassandra? She's got an abundance of it.
Hello, and welcome to the Says Who podcast with Kat and Tip.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. We're momentarily back to the remote recording.
Yes.
Just for this first little section, and then we'll be jumping back to
business as usual.
Yeah. We're going to do our final little War Between episode recap, cover first thoughts, initial reaction, whatever else people use in the SEO. And then later on, we've got our review of the Chrsitmas Invasion.
We do. A classic.
A classic, yes. So stick around to find out our thoughts on that. If you would like to jump to any specific sections, there will be timestamps in the description. But first up, we've got the news.
Oh, we've got news.
We've got news, yes. But it's sad news to start off with.
Oh, I know what the sad news is.
Yeah. On the 19th of December, unfortunately, Amanda Brotchie passed away.
Yeah.
She directed 2 episodes of the latest season of Doctor Who, Lux and The Well, which were
and Lux is one
visually...
of my all-time favourites anyway.
So yeah, that's incredibly sad. I don't know how old she was, but too young.
Yeah.
Way too young. She'd had a long battle with cancer, and yeah, from all accounts, it seems like she was a massive talent, which obviously we could tell, but B, just a lovely, genuine person. Mm-hmm. So thoughts go out to all of her family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit lighter news. The CBeebies animation series has an animation studio that have won the pitch for it. So this is Blue Zoo Animation, which is a British animation company, and they've done some other things for CBeebies. I did read about it briefly. I thought it said Numberjacks. Do you remember Numberjacks?
I remember Numberjacks. Very briefly.
It's not that. I think it's like Number Bots or Number Blocks or something, and Alpha Blocks. So I assume it's like a spelling, counting kind of thing for.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, they've won this bid. They're going to be beginning production in 2026, and the commission is for 2 full series straight off the bat. Which will consist in total of 52 11-minute episodes.
I can't wait to watch those. Which I will.
Thing is, I know you absolutely will, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Because I need to consume every piece of Doctor Who media I possibly can, so... Will I be tuning into CBeebies? Yeah, of course I will.
Of course you will, yeah.
Who's going to stop me?
So, yeah, that's cool, I guess, you know. But I think that's kind of it for news, unless you've got anything off the top of your head.
Zero news. But do you know what I do have?
What do you have?
A question for you. What did you think of the finale of The War Between the Land and the Sea?
Well, I wish you'd prepared me for this.
What kind of a question is this?
I know, yeah. What a thing to spring on me. You know what? I have slightly mixed feelings on it.
Okay.
There were. I said to you briefly last night. There's loads of stuff in there that I liked. Loads of stuff in there that I really liked. Actually,
yeah.
There were some obvious sort of, I'm going to say flaws, but like some of which are like, I think probably nitpicks from me. Some things are things that I think were overlooked, and didn't really get properly explored or like paid off, or you know. Right. But all in all, I'm like, yeah. I'm not actually sure what the general sort of consensus is on it.
Everyone's happy that at least it landed.
I think that's it. It didn't.
At least it didn't
It didn't
season 2
flop.
Doctor Who it.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't as strong as I think it could have been.
yeah.
And like if I think back to, you know, how buzzed we were about the first 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely petered off.
Yeah.
But I do think it was a bit of a step up from the
I thought it was a
previous
step up.
episode.
Me too. I thought it was a step up from the middle 2.
Yeah, I think this sort of sits in the middle in terms
Mm-hmm.
if you were to like rank episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how did you feel?
After the episode, I took a breath and went, okay, that was probably the best that I anticipated. Like, that was the best case scenario. It could have been a lot better, like, story-wise, but, like, we didn't have the Master, we didn't have the Doctor. When he started talking about dogs on the Whoniverse, I thought K9 was coming. Like...
No,
so, like,
you just watched K9 and Company.
And I was like, please, K9, make a
Yeah.
return. But, like, out of, like, how it could have possibly ended, I was like, okay, you know what? This is fine. Like, this is good. This
Yeah.
could have been really bad, and I was really scared. But actually, like, this is probably, like, best case scenario for how, like, I was feeling about Series 2 and, like, Series 1 finales.
Yeah, I think...
I
don't know.
actually, like... I was watching the episode, and I felt like it was a bit flat. So, like, I was completely mid throughout the whole of it. I didn't necessarily find it amazing. I didn't think it was awful. And a bad finale. I just kind of sat in the middle and was like, okay, well, you know what? Like, it landed, so that's fine. There were some good bits in there. I just felt like, for example, good bits, like really good bits, Kate and the psychiatrist. I was like, this is good. This is interesting.
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene.
Kate with the Prime Minister.
I don't quite understand. You know when Russell was sort of like talking about that scene, he's like, and we've got a scene in episode 5, and Kate with a psychiatrist. Can you imagine that? Oh, it is absolutely bonkers. And like I was kind of anticipating a sort of comic scene from how he described it, and like I guess there's a sort of gag at the end of it, but it's not really played as a gag.
I was gonna say it's not.
It's played as
comedy,
like a mic drop moment.
Yeah,
like
I really enjoyed it. I love it when Kate goes dark. I really
well,
appreciate how much character she has in this spin-off.
We'll circle back to Kate for the ending.
Well,
I think we'll cover that at the end.
Okay, we'll cover Kate at the end. So really good bits. Kate and the psychiatrist. Really bad bits.
Have you got no more good bits?
Yeah, I know. I'm giving like scale. So like really good.
Oh, like the best of
like,
the episodes to the worst.
Yeah. So like the best, like I really, really enjoyed that moment with Kate and the psychiatrist. I thought it was like deep in character, and I love it when Kate goes dark, and I was like, oh, this is, yeah, I love this. And then really bad is probably the end credit scene, because I have issues with that, because I think the whole episode could have landed if the ending was slightly adjusted.
Okay.
But I don't want to go into that because I know we'll come
I was going to say we'll come back to that.
But like, yeah, like it was okay. Like I'm fine with it. Like I think like it was good, and it did wrap it up as well as it could have with the time that it had. I think characters were wasted. I think the actual like ecological messaging could have been better, but again, I'd make some changes to make that land and feel more...
I would say that I think it kind of lost the ecological thing, like the environmental stuff, with the previous 2. I think they brought it back a bit more in this one, because it wasn't really present in the previous two. So I appreciated that they kind of came back, and it wasn't just like a springboard and then
No.
oh yeah, now
Me
we're going to
too.
do Russell Tovey running about with a fish.
No, me too. Also, when I was like, obviously because they harped on about Russell Tovey being so special, and I started getting really scared that it was the Master or something, and then as soon as his neck started hurting and was red, I was like, oh my god, they're girls. No, he's not going to be a fish man. Is he turned into a sea devil? He's not going to be a fish man. Are we really going to go down? Of course we're going down the fish man route. I haven't even thought about Russell turning him into a sea devil or Homo Aqua. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Barclay's going to be a fish man.
How do you feel about that as a kind of ending for him?
I kind of wanted him to... Okay, I understand why they pushed it as much as they could, because it was a part of a chord. I understand that. I really wanted to, like, you know, like in Planet of the Ood, when he just like completely turns into an Ood and rips off his like skin as like as like a shell, and an Ood reveals. I wanted him just to like grow scales and become...
That's horrific.
Yeah, but it'd be fun. No?
We have different definitions of the word fun, I feel.
I thought, like, you know, like Empty Child, when he just becomes... And he just, like, becomes like a gas mask.
That might maybe take away from that it's meant to be a good thing?
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, but this is what I mean. I know why they had to do it with had its limits, because it was supposed to be the middle ground, that they were gonna say, hey, we can both live on land and in the sea if we go with a chord, which means that you guys just you grow some gills, and then we can live everywhere, and everyone can be peaceful, and it'll be happy families.
Wait, so
well,
was that your... So is that how you took it, that a chord was...
Yeah, so that they could both live in the ocean and on land and share the planet.
I thought that was just like I thought a chord was just like a gesture, like
it's to live in harmony, isn't it? So
yeah, that's what I mean.
The way you can do that harmoniously is if you both can be able to, or else what's the point in making Barclay a sea devil? Surely not just for a romance plot, because that doesn't make sense.
I kind of thought that's where that was sort of going.
See, I thought it was to heighten the bittersweet moment of, instead of us completely wiping them all out with a virus, we could live in harmony both in the water and on the surface, because that's the middle ground if everyone is able to live in all environments. And you can do that by some sort of, like, I don't know, mucus saliva sci-fi thing. If you want to be able to live in the ocean, then you can. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. That's what I thought was...
I thought a chord was just like... I didn't think it was a physical thing. I just thought it was like an offering of like, hey, you know, we could just be nice and live in harmony and look after each other and all of that. The gills, him growing gills, I thought was either a side effect of him having a little frisson with her, or
the experimentation on him,
or yeah, him being... Because I assume that the virus got into the water through him, that they injected him with the virus. Yeah, that's what they injected,
because they took the samples in the first episode and promised that that guy was going to get citizenship, and then he was like, but what about my mom? That's what they were stealing the samples for them, so that they could get this virus. Then while they switched the devices, put the sleeping whatever in his in his beer, he fell asleep. They injected him with the virus, knowing, because obviously the guard had been watching him call out to Salt. That's why they dropped the sound barrier. He went out, got Salt, kissed her, gave her the virus. She was the 1 in 10 who didn't die from the virus, because she had it. Killed the majority of the Homo Aqua. Yeah, so he was the initial carrier, but obviously it was to come out of his system and her system.
Also, it's interesting that, because I feel like this episode does quite a lot of it sort of explains a lot of stuff. It sort of tells you quite definitively that this is this and this is this.
It's face value.
But because that wasn't really, I was expecting in the sort of ending montage for it to be like, they've injected you, you carried the virus, da da da.
Yeah,
da.
but it's a comment on like, not like human testing, but using Barclay like in secret to do this. Like, it was just kind of like that kind of.
No, I know. I just mean in
messaging,
terms
isn't
of
it?
like, that's what I had assumed. You know, when they all started dying, I was like, oh, okay, that's that. But because everything prior had been sort of quite clearly laid out, because
Yeah.
that wasn't, I was like, oh, am I getting the wrong idea? If I,
Oh, okay.
I
I
don't.
quite liked how this was the first thing that wasn't explained, because the audience was trusted with the information. Because you know how I feel about it being on
Yeah.
the nose.
I like, in a vacuum, I like the idea that it wasn't explained. But I think because everything else was, that made me second guess. So I feel like you need an element of, I don't know. I don't think you can just go,
was pretty blatant.
oh, you can work that one out.
Yeah, but it was pretty blatant. They literally
Well, yeah,
did a whole undercover investigation, like cover-up investigation over it.
But then also there's obviously room for interpretation, because I thought that was what was causing his gills, whereas you think that a cord is a physical
I thought
thing.
because even at the end of the episode, when the science doctor guy has his Barclay's things up, it literally says a cord on the screen.
I don't know.
It literally says a cord, and then it's like flashing or something, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. As in, like, that does make sense. And then I kind of liked that kind of like imagery of the Homo Aqua have their defense of melting the ice caps and just drowning everyone and suffocating everyone, and then the humans have their defense of just creating a virus and just obliterating everyone. And then you've also got Salt and Severance, the Severance thing, which are both in secret, kind of using Barclay as that middle force, because he's been a nominated ambassador. So then he's being tested on in secret. She gave him gills in secret, so that he kind of was the deliverance of both of them. So I kind of liked that as well. But that was my reading of it.
I was going to say, I think it's, I don't know, I do quite like, because I always sort of advocate for, you know, like you were saying, like, not having everything sort of spelled out in a sort of, you know, Jodie Whittaker style. And that's
but
why,
guys, look. Because literally, he just had that injected in him, which means that all those Homo Aqua are now dead. They're washed up on the shore. They're dead. Because of him.
So,
I don't know where the accent went.
I was going to say, the voice sort of eluded you about 2 seconds in, but you carried on, and I respect it.
I tried to find it again, and I couldn't.
You keep looking,
and that's
babe.
okay.
You keep looking. I don't know. I do like how, I really like how that last scene played out, like the sort of montage of the slow motion, like him getting walked and then going into the car, and the conversation with Kate, and you know, but I don't know, there was part of me that was like, oh, this feels a bit odd, because nothing else really in the series has been like this.
Yeah.
It's all been quite,
it's because they didn't have time.
Explain.
It's a time. They were like, okay, well, we're going to have to montage this because we don't have time to fully...
Yeah.
Is what I thought. I was like, okay, so we're going to montage, because in a montage you don't have dialogue. It's just music score with them doing some action, and you don't have to fully flesh out a scene.
Yeah, you can have Alison Goldfrapp cover David Bowie.
Is that what happened?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Is that what happened? Is what happened?
Is that what happened? You said something about David Bowie, and I know that's a musician. Don't shake your head.
No, no. Something about David Bowie, and I know that's a musician. that comment has deeply upset me.
I'm really sorry. Am I right? Sam's probably in the back room, like, wanting to die.
Oh, God.
I'm not wrong, though.
No, you're not wrong. He was a musician, yes.
So was that what was playing? Someone was covering it, is what I'm asking.
It's Heroes
With
by
Genuine.
David. Yeah, it's Heroes by David Bowie.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that I knew what you were referencing, because I didn't know if you were talking about something else, and I had to catch up with that. So I got
no. Yeah, I liked the scene, but yeah, I think it is probably. I think you're probably right. It's more than likely
we don't have time, so we're just gonna have to montage the hell out of this.
Yeah.
And then it just ends, and it's like, okay.
And I think a lot of this episode, I think it didn't quite sort of completely feel like it sort of logically works. You know, there's a sound sort of
paper,
logic to it, and cause to effect and all of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like in terms of the sort of narrative, like emotional journey, thematic journey, and all of that, a lot of the sort of elements that were pivotal to the conclusion were introduced in this episode.
Yeah.
So think like
what?
Accord. I know Severance has been sort of
I was going to say Severance. I actually really like how it was handled.
Yeah.
Accord. I don't understand why Soul didn't introduce it sooner as a last-ditch effort at some point before Tide was introduced. Or I don't know why Tide didn't... Well, I do know why Tide didn't introduce it, but I don't know. I don't understand why it happened where it did.
Well,
that feels like something that needed to be...
I think there's a few things like that. Like the dogs bit at the start. I don't mind it in concept as a little sequence, but like to open the finale with
it feels like it needed to come. When you said you needed Tide to do something bigger and more dramatic, so it felt like he was serious. That felt like that needed to be the cliffhanger of episode 4, or somewhere within episode 4, the middle 2 episodes, just so that it felt like there was some more like conflict and like back and forth between the two parties, because there wasn't a lot of that.
I do think you can open an episode with this. Like I think it's quite a... It was quite a striking opening.
Yeah.
But to open your finale with it when it's meant to be like, oh, this is the culmination, and it's like, oh, we're going to do some new... And then it's kind of played as a joke.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, you know how I was saying, I feel like Salt kind of came up and was like, oh, that suicide bomb that you did. Tide came up and was like, oh, you bombed part of our, home.
Yeah.
That's a bit annoying.
We're going to eat your dogs.
But then he sort of didn't do anything, and now he's opening this episode eating the dogs, and I feel like he was way more villainous in this, and he was like...
Well, it's two... You can tell throughout the whole series that there's two different writers, and they're not quite singing off the same hymn sheet.
Yeah. I do think there is an element of that, but also...
I can tell when Russell's writing, when Pete's writing, and when they're both writing together.
But also they're both overseeing it, and you would imagine that Russell gets final say in terms of like actual story beats and like sequences. I feel like if Russell's like, this isn't how I want it to go, he would be able to,
But I just don't understand why.
But I do agree there is a bit of a disconnect. Yeah,
I do think so.
I think this series' main issue is that it wants to be a
6 to 8 part story.
Yeah, it wants to be a sort of quite meditative, sort of really delving into the depths and nuances and subtleties and exploring, and I think you can do that, but with all of the things that you're sort of thrown into this and the pacing that you've kind of chosen to go at, you reach sort of the halfway point, and that feels like if this whole thing were like a film, that I feel would probably be maybe half hour in, but like end of episode 2, I feel.
Now we've got all of the episodes, you can strongly see, if you line them all up, what bits need to be cut, what bits then you need to develop and move around like a jigsaw puzzle to create like a good finished series.
Yeah, and
that's what I'll be doing for our recap.
I quite liked the sort of slower.
Yeah, me too.
I quite liked the pace of the first 2 episodes. Yeah, because I feel like it felt like there were tensions bubbling and things were, and then I think
it was the switch to Salt and Barkley which disrupted the story.
Yeah.
Because they had to push that romance, so they had to give them time, which let the more interesting story fall to the wayside. To the back burner or whatever it's called. Yeah, wayside. And then, I don't know sayings, go away. You're laughing.
You don't know sayings, you don't know David Bowie, you've never seen a film.
Who are you, you little alien? And then everything tries to get picked back up in episode 5, which then feels disjointed from the middle of the series. So yeah, it's just a bit... The balancing act needed a bit of work.
Because I was thinking last night, and I was like, okay, so why is it that sort of like structurally something like Children of Earth, which is another 5-part series, it's 5 sort of hour long or 45 hour long, why does that work for me where this kind of feels a bit sort of stunted? And I've worked it out.
Is it because it's purely based on the story and it's just telling that one story?
I think so, but also you have got little...
Not Salt and Barkley level introduction.
No, but you've got other bits and pieces. You've got spoilers for Children of Earth.
Hasn't seen it.
Here, I imagine you've seen it. It's like 15 years old.
I only saw it like last year, though. Remember, whenever it was.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll put a time code for spoilers. But obviously, you get. I think it's end of episode 3. You get Ianto's death.
Oh yeah.
Which, obviously, in end of episode 3 in this, you get Ibrahim's death. Which feels, but in Torchwood, that feels like a proper
weighty.
Sadness, like everything's, but it's tensions have been building and building and building, and now that was peak, something's snapped.
Yeah.
And I think although nothing really bad happens, like nobody sort of other than again Ianto, I said.
Yeah.
But like, it's the threat of the 456 and this growing sort of dread and what are we going to do? And then when you're in the cabinet rooms and you're in those meetings and you're going, oh God, are they gonna? They are, aren't they? They're just gonna sacrifice these kids, and this growing sense of unease. But also, come episode 5, that finale, you get the payoff for that. You get the army going out into the streets, kicking doors down and like throwing kids into like buses to go. It sort of has a payoff of like, whereas this a series that's called The War Between the Land and the Sea,
there was a lack of a war, really.
The whole thing sort of builds and builds and builds, and those first 2 episodes especially feel like that kind of tit for tat. Every word's got to be really carefully considered, because the wrong word in the wrong tone, we're just at full out war. And they kept saying, we're at war and you've won the war has ended, the war's over, and it was like, part of me wants to be sort of charitable and be like, okay, well, it's the idea of warfare being this kind of, you know, who's going to be the first one to push the button, and that kind of like Cold War kind of state. And I know you get things like the plastic apocalypse. You get the, what's his name, the South African guy, the suicide bomber. You get that, and you know, so there's like casualties and there's like bits of action. But I think when you picked up from like ending last episode with Unit, like on the bridge with Unit and the army just pointing guns at each other, they're all fine now.
Yeah, that went nowhere. I think that's the issue. We see no fallout from anything. We don't see any fallout from the pollution. We don't see any fallout from the ice caps melting. We don't see... There's just no on the streets to drive that conflict and that like heightened, oh my god, we're in danger, we need to figure this out here and now. And then the time jump where, again, we don't see anything on the floor, shall we say. So then it just kind of seems like, oh, okay, it's over then, but it's not. And then you jump in backwards, and then obviously all the virus happens, and then Salt comes up and she's obviously like, you've won. But it feels like even in that time gap we don't even have any back and forth within those how many years that we've been in a gap, and nothing's really changed. So if it's been that long, then why is there no like proper conflict or even more outcry, or the Homo Aqua being like, we wanted this to be immediate and you're still doing nothing? And there doesn't seem to be any like back and forth even with the government and Unit, and it just feels like there was a dead space where nothing's happened, so nothing's going to change because there's been no rally, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it started with these mounting tensions and it just bubbling under the surface.
Yeah.
And then you got to sort of the third and fourth episode and it kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
Like, but everyone was sort of being like, oh, you know, it's really tense. We're on the brink of war, and, you know, but it wasn't sort of getting exacerbated by anything. Even like big things like, you know, all the plastic raining down and, you know, a bomb going off in the Sea Devils, like under the sea, like
there was no like anything else like, oh, when that bomb went off, it disrupted like even just us, like fishermen catching fish because it killed half of the livestock in that area or something, even though it was so deep. Like, there was no ripple upwards where it affected us environmentally. All the coral reefs, they just disappeared from the Homo Aqua as well, so we saw no more of that, them kind of in our territory. There was nothing where we were affected. They said that they were going to stop boats. It would have been really good if they were kind of acting as like a sea pirates and stopping us from doing any kind of cross sea commercial. Do you know what I mean? Like trading and how would it affect our airspace? How would they stop that happening? Like, there was that they threatened, but nothing happened. So of course we're going to carry on as usual because all the threats were empty.
You need to be
play with the ideas
consistently ramping that tension up. And I think even if you're not going to do... So obviously when I was saying there with Children of Earth, where it kind of hits its peak and you actually see everything go to shit, basically. Obviously here you don't get that big sort of action scene and war breaking out or anything like that. It is a bit of a... I'm going to use this word, and I don't want it to sound like a criticism because I actually quite like it. It's like an anti-climax to, you know, it's being built up. Well, we're going to be at war. We're going to be at war. And then we end up winning from this like cowardly, you know, it's not a victory.
No, and I really liked all of that.
And I think the imagery of all the dead Homo Aqua like floating on the surface, like,
with all,
you know,
because it's all over,
like the barnacles sort of, yeah, I did sort of go, oh, wow.
Yeah. It was
Like it's
horrible.
quite a really striking image, and it's obviously sort of trying to connote the images of dead wild,
Yeah,
dead
absolutely. And it
fish or
worked.
birds in oil spills
Yeah,
and stuff.
it was
Just yeah,
horrible. Yeah.
um, and
I think all of that was really good.
yeah, and I do kind of like it as a conclusion to
Me too. That
the
I
this, but I think in order for it to work fully, you need to I don't know, because obviously the takeaway from this is meant to be the humans are the monsters,
Well, do you want
right?
me to tell you how I think it would have landed better by changing the ending? Because I think that I know that even within what they showed, I know how
Mm.
that it would have landed and made it a bit more satisfying.
Go on.
How I would have done it is not exactly, but say I'm not rewriting it script and dialogue and all that, right? So keep it as it was. Cut out, when they showed him with the bloody waters of Mars water jet coming out of his mouth, the
Yeah,
prime minister,
yeah.
and the other two government
Trapped in the
bodies
car.
trapped in the car. Cut all that because we can imagine what would happen to them in the future when Salt's saying it will come back to them. Water remembers. Yeah, fine. So cut that for time. Keep it moving as it is. Have Salt and Barkley have their little moment in the sea. Clearly, they had some training on how to act like mermaids and dolphins, so cut a little bit of that because you didn't want to see them somersaulting around in the water for another couple of minutes. So cut a little bit of that off. And then as they're waving to Kate in the sea and she's waving back from the beach, have her walking out. You can do that distance shot anyway, but her moving back to where she was coming from, not left to the beach. Have her completely out of shot. Don't do an end credit, but keep it rolling. Have the man still running, throw the bottle on the sea, on the beachfront near the tide, and then keep him running, and then end it like that. Because he will be the representative of nothing changing, even when there was impending war. He would be the representative of humans, us, the government, everything that was supposed to be stopping for a healthier environment and to save the Homo Aqua, and show that nothing is changing, instead of having Kate be there pulling a gun on him, threatening to shoot him, because that was kind of played for a bit of a laugh and a joke, and it undercut what they were actually trying to do with it. And I think it would have hit harder if they left him doing that to continue to show how we're the monsters, in quotation marks, rather than who the Homo Aqua were. And that's how I would have ended it.
I like that much better.
I think that would have been
it's
so
way
much more weighty.
It's way more subtle.
Yeah.
But the Kate scene, I don't know if it was played for laughs. I don't think it was. I think it was maybe unintentionally funny.
Yeah. It just
But
felt a bit like, it felt like it was trying to be funny. And I was like, this doesn't quite land how I think you think it will go.
Yeah. I think the intention with it was to be like, she's lost it.
Yeah,
like
PTSD, like kind of like trauma.
Yeah, like
response
she's, come a bit
unhinged.
Unhinged. Yeah. And I think it was meant to be like, whoa, look, this
the effect,
the hero of the hour, and possibly be like, oh, where are we going to go with Kate in the future? I think that's what they intended, because this was the scene that Russell was going, oh, it's some of the best,
which I'm shocked
one of
about.
the best bits of acting in anything I've ever. So I can't think, unless it was a wind up. And it was meant to be played for laughs, and he was like, I'm only joking. Oh, how balmy was that? How hilarious.
I had no idea. Because when it was happening, I was like, "Go on, Kate, get your gun out." And then she put her gun out. I was like, and there we go. It was like really predictable. As soon as he was running through the bottle, and she went, "Pick it up," I was like, "Oh god." I was like, I know exactly where this is going.
Did you see my tweet last night?
I don't know.
I'll send it to you after this.
Yeah.
It's immediately all I thought of. There's a Scottish comedian called Limmy, and he's got a sketch about people littering, and how like he wants to say something, because that's immediately what I thought of, which made me laugh. But then that's why I was like, I was like, I don't think it's, but I don't know. It wasn't subtle.
Yeah.
I like your ending better.
I like my ending better too. I think it just would have hit so much harder if you had it like, because it gives you that gut feeling like we've just been on this adventure for the past like nearly 5 hours, and nothing's going to change because that's what we're like, and we just make things worse, and everyone who's trying to do good is falling by the wayside because none of us are pitching in. And because
I think that's what it was trying to do generally, but I think that was the message of it,
and that would have just hit it home, and everything would have landed for me if that was, and I could forgive a lot if we had an ending like that, but we didn't. So
I think the only other thing that I think it needed to do to make that land a bit better was, again, with the opening here with the dogs and them eating people's dogs, it kind of muddies the waters a little bit for like, oh, okay, so they are kind of a bit villainous, aren't they? Yeah. Like, I think if you've got
grey areas, but that's
I think if it were, I think stuff like throwing all the plastic back, you could argue that, and they're like, you know, people got injured, people died, and whatever. You could argue that that's like a kind of villainous act. Yeah, but I think all of the threats, and I think you can even have Tide be like, I'll kill you all. Like, because they don't all have to be completely, you know, straight-laced or whatever. Yeah. But I think generally in having this sort of, you know, him maybe just threatening it, but not doing it, but still manage to mount these tensions and feel like something's, it's like a time bomb, you know. I think you needed to have, maybe especially in this episode, you needed to play them, shine them in a more positive light. And I'm all for sort of moral complexity and, you know, shades of grey and all of that. But
we need to remember what they're representing and the message that is trying to be told throughout this series. And when you start muddying it that way, you start to lose the message a little bit, even if it's unintentional. But you have to come up with a better or maybe more inventive conflict without putting too much strain on it.
I think with the character of Tide, it was, I was almost expecting, there were a few points in this where I was like, oh, I think I know what they're going to do here, and I was wrong.
Okay.
So when they're going, is it Salt? Is Salt alive? Is it going to be Salt? And obviously they kind of drag that out and build it. I really thought they were going to step aside and it was going to be Tide.
Me too.
And he was going to be like, Salt's dead.
Yeah.
You killed her. I thought Barclay was going to go off on one. And that would be, you know, because I thought, oh, that's maybe a more interesting route to take.
Yeah.
Equally, when the tank started cracking, I thought, because obviously Salt had...
regenerates. Sorry.
Obviously, when Salt had said, we know who you are, we know who's done this to us, and one day we'll get you.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the moment. Did you?
I thought... So I didn't... I know you didn't like the little Waters Mars flood bit.
I was like, what?
The only thing I couldn't... I was like, is that an actual flash forward, or is that them just imagining what
I
kind
thought
of
it was.
horrific
I thought they were
water.
imagining it. Sorry,
Imagining it.
I put a G in there. I thought they were imagining it,
Because
which is
for
why I'd
me,
happily cut it.
yeah, that works less well. If it's an actual flash forward,
Then
I,
it's more
I
interesting. But
yeah. But I thought they were going to have, so it'd be like, we'll get you and da da da, but we're defeated. And then as they walk, oh, but also, I know everyone in this room is guilty.
yeah,
Crack.
That would have
Kill
been
them all.
so good.
And then maybe then you can have the reveal that Barclay doesn't die, had
breathe.
gills or whatever.
That would be so much
So that
better.
the grass,
Grass?
the grass, so much grass. The glass would crack.
Yeah.
It flood the room, kill everyone. Barclay sort of assumed death, because another thing I think they could have mined some dramatic potential out of, and also it would clear up my whole thing of like, oh, it's weird that was left sort of ambiguous, but again, time. If Salt came out and was like, you were patient zero, you brought that virus into the water, you killed us, and if they'd had more time to kind of explore that, I don't think she'd blame him, but I think he'd blame himself.
Yeah.
And I think there's interesting stuff maybe there.
I think there is, but I think I prefer him not knowing. So there's that whole being, what's the word? Not coerced, not complicit, being complicit without knowing.
Yeah.
And just the dodgy dealings of government bodies and all of the secrecy and disgustingness surrounding that. I quite like that they don't know, but we know, and it makes us feel dirty because we know.
Yeah, that's true. But
I
then
like
is
that
that
side
not
of it.
Is that not what Kate's saying to him in the car?
Probably. I don't know. There was just a lot of crying. I thought it was just like, I don't really know. The montage was existed, didn't it? Because I mean, he left his child and his ex-wife as well to go live in the sea.
Yeah,
with
that's
fish.
another.
So there's like all of that, and I've seen a lot of people be like, yeah, but to be fair, they did sell him out. I was like, yeah, but he did forgive them, but also he insulted the only ones that went through with them and went through this together, and I don't know.
I don't believe that Barclay would be like, they sold me out. Like,
yeah, it doesn't feel.
I'm never gonna see my kid again. Like,
no, but he can do both. So he'll live in the sea with Salt and then go around for a Christmas dinner. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because he can still breathe above the water. I don't know.
That it bizarre, doesn't quite. I get what they were going for, and I actually quite liked the scene. Like,
yeah, I thought it was quite cute.
I didn't even mind the.
Do you know what?
Synchronized swimming.
What was funny to me is because I know that he has been training in that bloody swimming pool with divers, with like mermaid choreographers, with all of those, and I know that they spent money on it, so they were like, we're going to get the most we can out of this and the most airtime possible, and that's exactly what they did. And it made me funny from like a backstage point of view,
like a behind the scenes kind of
like
thing,
behind the scenes, because I know how long they would have spent teaching him how to do that, and he did it flawlessly and he did it brilliantly, and I was like, that is really hard to be able to do. So like, fair play to him.
Apparently, yeah, they said like there's no like CGI in that. Like, if you see Russell Tovey doing some really good swimming, he's a really good swimmer.
Yeah. It was really. I was really impressed.
I imagine there probably was a bit of training going on, but apparently
he probably is an absolutely fantastic swimmer. But there was definitely like swimming stunt coordinating going on there, 100%.
Well, I think you'd kind of have to do that anyway, because sort of interacting with each other underwater,
and all of
and
that.
getting a kind of, because that fluidity and exactly. But yeah,
what are your overall thoughts? How do you feel about it? Because we'll do our proper retrospective in 2 weeks. So let's do what were your sitting thoughts now? Me too.
Yeah. It's not as good as the first two episodes maybe led me to think it could be.
It was going to be, yeah.
Not even necessarily going to be, because I've been stung.
Yeah.
I've been stung before. But had the potential to be. I think I was more excited. And I think possibly part of that was I had no real expectations for this going in. Like,
of course.
But it definitely wasn't as bad as as it could have been, but also like even as bad as I thought. A Sea Devil spin-off with Unit.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when this was first announced, I was like,
really?
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, I enjoyed it.
Me too.
I think fairly solid.
Yeah.
There's quite a few cracks in that glass, but the water hasn't broken through.
Oh.
There you go.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
There you have it. Well, should we leave it there?
I think so. Because I agree with you.
Yeah. I'll maybe try and rewatch before we
I've already planned on going to watch every single episode. I'm gonna binge watch it all in one day and then write down all of the plot points and then how it all ties together.
Well, I'll let you do that.
So that's what my Boxing Day is going to be.
I'm going to be working, so...
yeah, I've actually got time off. I've finally got some time off.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Thank you.
I'm not jealous.
At all.
Yeah, there we go. That's our thoughts on episode 5, the finale, and the end of the war between the land and the sea. Yeah. I guess, have you got any closing things to mention?
Oh, notably, I absolutely howled when room service brought up fish fingers. That joke went over so many people's heads.
Are we just really smutty?
Yeah, I think so, because so many people were like, haha, I can't believe they didn't bring the custard. I was like, no, that's not what it meant.
Oh.
It was an 11th Doctor reference. I was like, that's not what you think that means.
Okay, so did they... Presumably they got the fish bit. Presumably they went, fish fingers because they've got fish in. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, didn't get
right,
the fingers
not
bit.
Yeah.
Which I howled at.
Well, I mean, we got there first, just saying. I don't think it made the cut, but we got there first.
I'm pretty sure there was a TARDIS sound.
Yes, that sounds about right. But yeah, well, with on that fish fingery notes, we shall hand back to past Cat and Tip. Yeah, for a little bit of Christmas festive fun.
Yeah.
Much more clean. Much more clean. Well, I don't know actually, because Jackie's got someone staying over.
Yeah.
So
take it away, Jackie.
Well, yeah, take it away, Jackie and Howard the Grocer.
Are you in the Christmas spirit?
Always.
Always?
Yeah, always.
All year round,
I'm
annually.
Constantly in the Christmas spirit. Yeah. It's odd to me that people...
aren't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all year round. That's why I've grown this Santa beard. Did you not?
Oh, I did think you looked like Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realised we're in December, so you're not Movembering anymore.
I'm not Movembering anymore, no.
I just clocked, and we're 2 weeks into December.
We are.
And I've seen you multiple times.
Yeah, well, by the time this goes out, we'll be like 3 or 4 weeks into December.
Yeah.
Yes, I am no longer mowing. Although I might bring it back, because
it's always controversial, isn't it?
It is, but you know what? It's a bit of a Marmite thing. People have very strong reactions to it. They're either...
love it or hate it.
Yeah, they're either like, oh my God, why have you done this?
And laugh at you.
Yeah. Or I get people going, I really like it.
Yeah.
So I might bring it back before next November. Who knows?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted.
I mean, I will visually see it.
Well, yeah, but you didn't notice that it had gone, so I'll have to update you.
What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about...
Drum roll, please.
What the hell was that?
Me having a breakdown
Most episodes.
at 4:20 in the afternoon.
Most days, really.
Tell me a time.
Sorry,
What?
I'm David Tennant post reject.
Yeah, it's alright, born again.
Today we are talking about the Chrsitmas invasion. Yeah. What are your...
I speak only Sycoraxic.
See, I know... So, this came out 20 years
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
20 years old.
Well, I'll be watching it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I've got no other Christmas episodes to watch, so...
How do you mean?
I don't have a new...
Oh, as in there's not a new one?
Yeah, I don't have a new Christmas
I see, sorry.
Day
Yeah.
one. So whenever there's not a Christmas Day one, I watch an old one. So I'll probably just binge watch Doctor Who Christmas specials all day, to be honest with you.
That sounds... I don't know if that sounds fun or tedious. I can't... That's a lot. It's intense, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And? Are you going to cherry pick, though?
Yeah, of course.
Because we've established last week which ones you do and don't like.
Exactly. I'll probably just...
Watch Twice Upon a Time on a loop.
So many insults I didn't say then, by the way.
It's not true. She did say them. I just edited them out.
Yeah.
She said some horrific, really cancelable things.
I was going to say,
yeah.
If people heard what I actually did say, the podcast is over.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You're over.
I'm bova.
Beg your pardon?
I'm bova.
You're bova?
Yeah, face a bow.
Was I meant to get that?
Yeah. You're not as chronically online as I am. Clearly.
No.
It's
Bova,
and
meme?
it's just the face of Bo's face. Yeah, it's bova.
So it's a riff on It's Jova, the Joe Biden thing.
I don't know.
It would make sense that you'd only know the Doctor Who spin-off of a meme. Yeah, that tracks actually. Yeah, so we're talking about the Christmas invasion.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts going into this? Because I know this is a bit of a favourite of yours.
What do you mean? What are your thoughts going into this? I bloody love it.
I bloody love it, don't I?
I bloody love it, don't I? I went a bit Broadchurch for a second.
Yeah, Jodie. Yeah,
I love the Christmas Invasion. I think it's an absolute banger.
It's a story that's grown on me. I
want to get that checked.
It's yeah, like if you'd asked me a few years ago, I didn't majorly sort of rate the Christmas Invasion. I never thought it was bad. I just sort of went, oh yeah, it's okay. And I think in the last few years I've kind of come to appreciate it more and be like, oh, this is really strong actually.
It's really good, yeah.
I think probably it's the reason I was a little bit lukewarm on it, probably from when I was a kid, was like, oh, it's not got the Doctor in it.
As a child, I respect that opinion. As an adult, that's naughty.
But I think that kind of cloud over it probably just carried in to my perceptions of it.
Yeah.
Like, without really knowing why. Because I'd never be like...
Yeah.
If I were to stick a Christmas special on, I'd never be like, oh, I'll put Christmas Invasion on.
Why?
I would always go to... if I'm
The
going
Runaway Bride. Yeah.
Runaway Bride would be... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I think I've got a lot of nostalgia for that one.
When did you join us? In this cult?
Join us in the cult. I saw bits and pieces of Series 2, but the first one I can remember properly sitting down and watching was Runaway Bride.
There you go. That explains it then,
which
doesn't it?
Is probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But also because it's a bit more fun. It's a bit more just light-hearted.
We've got Donna, haven't we? So that's just...
Yeah. Bouncing about and, you know...
We've got the Rachnos.
Yeah, TARDIS on the M4.
And who is this physician? The dialogue is so clever. We're not reviewing that one.
We're not. Save that for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I watched this again last night, so it was fresh. Really enjoyed it.
Good.
Really enjoyed it. yeah, let's jump in. Where do you want to start?
Well, we always start at the beginning.
And then
go straight to the end.
Yeah.
So do you want to cut out the middleman and go to the end, or do you want to start at the beginning?
No, let's start at the beginning.
Okay. So we'll start with Jackie Tyler and her Doctor Who to the camera.
Well, before that first shot recycled from Rose.
Oh yeah,
going down. Yeah, that's really nice. And then Jackie sat at home with the Christmas present for Rose. So I think that's a really nice image. Immediately communicates everything. Yeah, without saying a word.
Yeah.
No, not that it's Christmas. That it's where's Rose? She doesn't know. Is she going to be home?
Oh.
Is she even alive? Like, because that's something I always kind of forget. Is that the last time we've seen Jackie and Mickey, they've helped Rose open the heart of the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
She's flown off. They're stood there going, "Oh my god!" And
that wasn't Christmas Eve either.
Yeah, like it's been God knows how long. They've got no idea
if it worked, if she's alive.
Yeah, and also she's like, the Doctor's gonna die unless I go back.
Yeah.
He thinks it's certain death.
Mm.
I'm gonna go and fly into that.
Yeah.
And you get like a brief little bit here where Jackie's like, "She's alive. I told you, didn't I?" Like,
yeah.
That's always something
Overlooked,
that I forget.
Yeah.
It's like, Christ, they go through it, don't they?
Every single day they're just like, wonder if my daughter's still alive.
Yeah.
Whether I've lost the father of my child and now my child, and it's just me stuck with Mickey.
Christ.
No
one wants that. That's a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a really nice image. And then of course we get straight into it with the little TARDIS crash landing.
Yeah. How
do we feel about that?
I love it. It's just instant action, isn't it? You got your hook there.
You know what? I think with this episode, I paused it when just to see how far through it was when the pilot fish attack.
Yeah.
It's like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
In that first sort of, which if you take the titles out, and it's probably about 5 minutes.
The titles aren't 2 minutes, are they?
Well, okay, 6 minutes. Like the first 5-ish minutes is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You've got, this is where Jackie's at.
Yeah.
With sort of
life and
is Rose.
Yeah.
You get the TARDIS crash landing.
Yeah.
You get him being all manic, and your first little proper glimpse of the new Doctor. You get establishing him being tucked up in bed, then them going out Christmas shopping, and then the pilot fish attack. Yeah. Like it doesn't, in my head,
that feels like 15 minutes.
Yeah. It feels like a lot longer. But everything's still properly fleshed out and established.
It's paced and really well paced and everything.
But it's just like, it doesn't mess about. It goes bang. Okay. Which I think is probably a good idea because, I mean, generally you get that in Christmas specials anyway because you've got a lot more casual viewers watching, people that don't watch the show and just go, oh yeah, we'll see what this Doctor Who thing is. Mm-hmm. Like, leave it on, EastEnders is on afterwards or whatever. So a lot of it is big action set pieces and getting straight to it, and but yeah, everything feels really nicely established. What do you make of the Doctor's first little bit bursting out the TARDIS?
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you get to see his first moments of regeneration where everything's still a bit wibbly wobbly. I really like Jackie's, like, I really like the performances are really good in that scene from Jackie and Mickey, because it really feels like, what, who in the hell is
bloke?
Yeah.
And
then Rose coming out and seeing him falling on the floor at this point, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just collapsed, hasn't he?
And Jackie's like, who is he? And she's like, that's him, that's the Doctor. What do you mean that's the Doctor? Doctor Who? And it's just like, she said the Doctor. But Jackie's face really does sell it, like, I've never seen this man. Who the
Yeah.
hell is it? Because he comes bumbling out of the TARDIS, speaking a load of whatever, and they're just like,
yeah, it's just gibberish in it. Yeah.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah, I really like it, and it's a cool way to kick off. I do wonder, because presumably this would have been a lot of people's first episode.
Yeah.
So I do wonder how
lost.
Yeah, because I think it generally sets things up fairly well.
Yeah.
But it does kind of assume that you know what's going on.
But do you know what does save that? If you are a new viewer, I think it kind of sets it in a bit of a mystery. So that as you continue to watch it, because little things explanations are seeded out for Jackie and Mickey who don't know what's going on. And with Rose's explanations, you can kind of pick up context along the way. Yeah. And then when you get to the end, which is when Tim wakes up and is like, "Do you miss me?" From then on, everything kind of gets explained and you can go, "Oh, okay. These are the missing pieces that I needed."
Yeah.
Especially when he grows his new hand and stuff and he explains what regeneration is, you can kind of piece together that he wasn't who he was before this.
Yeah, I think you can definitely get it like contextually, like you can pick it up, but yeah.
But it also will make them want to go back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you've got series 1, you get to that point like, oh, okay, and then you've got time for that'll just be in time for series 2, really, won't it?
Because I think it's a difficult balance to strike to be introducing a new Doctor. Well, introducing a new Doctor for the first time, really, in the modern series. But you know, for a lot of kids, especially, they just think that Christopher Eccleston is the Doctor. They don't know that there could be anyone else playing the Doctor.
Yeah.
So I think to tackle that in itself is like a big thing, which I think this episode does really well. But to do that in a Christmas special, when you've got even more eyes on it than usual, and as I say, like the more sort of casual mainstream audience, who might not have seen the series, it's a difficult balancing act, and to introduce your new lead, which I think is probably why, as they go forward, the Christmas specials are reserved for regeneration stories, like a Doctor's final story rather than
an introductory.
Obviously
although
Church on Ruby Road is sort of well, it's his first proper story, isn't it? But I think that's interesting because I think it's probably easier to establish a new Doctor at the start of a new series, rather than.
Well, then you got the whole arc to flesh him out, don't you?
Yeah, but yeah, I think the way they play it here is really, really smart.
Yeah,
because you have Rose's and everyone's really sort of slight distrust, this kind of trepidation around, like, but is it him? You know, like, he says he's the Doctor, but we don't know, and he's a different man, and then you also get her whole thing of like, the Doctor wouldn't just be asleep, he'd save us, he'd help us. I think it's a really clever move from Russell and the production team to, you get that little burst at the start of, you know, sort of manic, crazy David Tennant charisma.
Yeah.
Then for a lot of the story, you know, we get the pilot fish, we get the start of the Genevieve 1 probe, the Christmas tree, and it's Rose going, help me.
Yeah.
That he immediately saves the day, and then he goes off and starts doing doctorish things and kind of takes the lead, and then he's out again.
Yeah.
So it's like you get these tiny little tastes of doctorishness, but then he's absent from the narrative for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which means we spend a lot of time with Rose and the supporting cast
Yeah.
within Jackie, Mickey, even Harriet Jones, which I will talk about in a bit because I think that's another really smart move.
Yeah.
But it means that our kind of confusion and I'm not quite sure about this guy.
Hesitation.
Yeah, the hesitation around him.
Yeah.
Of, I'm not quite sure about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the Doctor? I don't know if I'm on board. I think having that reflected through Rose and the other characters is really cool. Getting these tiny little hints of him doing doctory things. But then, because he's absent for so long, and because the characters are all going, oh, we need the Doctor, I wish the Doctor were here, I wish the Doctor could help us. And as an audience, we're going, oh, this episode, like, it's a Doctor Who episode, but it's not got much of the Doctor, I wish the Doctor were here.
Yeah.
So when he has that "Did you miss me?" big grand entrance,
we're all
there's
like,
not
yes.
a doubt in there's not a doubt in anyone's minds that that's the Doctor. We're all just going, oh, he's back, he's here,
finally,
which I think is really really clever.
Yeah,
because you kind of then forget
that he's not
Chris Eccleston.
Yeah,
and he's obviously not Chris Eccleston and acts very differently, but you forget your hesitancy.
Yeah,
and you just go, oh, it's the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really smart, sort of well-played way to introduce
the new Doctor. Yeah.
The new Doctor and the concept of regeneration and balance all of that stuff. And I think a lot of that comes with having that really well-established like home base.
Yeah.
With Mackie and Jicky.
Yeah.
Mackie and Jicky.
They're my favourite.
With Jackie and Mickey.
Yeah.
And, you know, we feel that sense of comfort of like, oh, this is the same show.
Yeah.
Because we know these people. We've got Rose and, you know, we're in the flat on the Powell estate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it feels different, but he's different.
Yeah.
So it's, I think if, you know, this Christmas special were, we ended up on...
Just a bombastic...
Planet, Buddy,
alien.
Zelf, Fridrax, and...
Yeah.
Copyright Donna Noble. And there's a big sort of space battle thing that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Not only because that's a bad idea, but because you
don't have that home base to...
Yeah. Whereas here we've got all these familiar elements.
Yeah.
Including Harriet Jones, which again I think is a really smart move because it's just bringing another character that we recognise and know and love.
Yeah.
And also she takes on a little bit of a doctory role within this.
Yeah.
In terms of like... She's
met the Doctor, she becomes Prime Minister.
Yeah, and she's opposing
the Sycorax, so she has to take some accountability or defence for the planet.
Yeah, I think the sort of, whilst the Doctor's not around, both Rose and Harriet kind of occupy that space within the narrative.
Yeah.
Obviously not completely, but that's
what their role
natural,
is. And, a natural progression for them. Yeah,
exactly. Which I think is a good idea, because I think if you've just got the planet or even just the UK going, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's just Rose, Jackie and Mickey, and then somehow they end up on it makes it all feels really
natural. Yeah.
And I know it sounds like it's an obvious thing to do,
but it could have gone a very different direction.
Yeah, and I don't even necessarily think it is obvious. I think it just feels that way because of how naturally...
And because you look at it and you think, of course, this would be the perfect way to introduce all of these.
This is really our first proper glimpse at UNIT in the modern series.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get that little bit in Aliens in London Wobble 3, but it's more of just like a throwaway...
It's just military, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas here we get, I think Major Blake, coming on, and then you've got the team on the Genevieve probe.
There's the first mention of Torchwood as well.
First mention of Torchwood.
Because she's like, I know I shouldn't know about it, but are they ready? Can we use them? So it's seeding up everything that's ready for season 2,
it's more of this world building, isn't it? And also it feels quite nice that they pick up on the Harriet thread and have her become Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Because it's never really...
We're not sure that happens after World War III.
Yeah, I don't think it's stated like a year or anything, is it?
No,
I think it's just kind
says...
of alluded to that, she's a future Prime Minister.
Yeah.
But it could quite easily have been a throwaway line, and then
we never revisit it.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it helps to sort of solidify this world and continue fleshing it out. And I think that's something that, the first Russell era does really well. It's because it's consistent.
It's character focused, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's
within that it builds this.
It will join the dots and sort of go, oh, why don't we use so and so, or why don't we say that that's this, or so it feels like this properly thought out, like
well produced world,
living world. Yeah. How do you feel about the cigarettes?
I think they're great.
I think they are maybe bar the Krillitane, the villain, like the species that I'm surprised hasn't come back.
Yeah. Well, they have for audio, like the Krillitane have for Big Finish, but for main show, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got to do an episode on that at some point on villains that should return.
Yeah.
But they're brilliant. Yeah. They're great. I think the design of them is really cool.
It's a proper look into an alien species, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we had the Autons with Rose, we had like the zombies in Unquiet Dead, we had Silence, Jesus. We had Slitheen. No, we had Slitheen. They were
I think probably
quite a constant for series 1, but they're
the
like
Slitheen and the Jagrafess, and then like the Platform 1 aliens are probably like the most alien.
Yeah, but they feel like, I think with the combination of the spaceship and how many they are, how grand it feels, they feel very alien, space aliens,
It feels kind of a bit more tangible, I think. I think especially in the case of all of those, really.
Yeah.
They're in environments that are alien to them.
Yeah.
So like the Slitheen are in Downing Street.
Yeah.
The Jagrafess is installed just into an industrial ceiling.
Yeah.
The aliens on Platform 1 are just
on a platform,
on this little
base, not base,
space station, sort of party deck.
Yeah.
Whereas here you're seeing these sort of almost like fossilized sort of,
well,
you've got that
it's all
kind
playing
of,
into the rock, isn't it?
the motif of the rock and the skull and
the kind of like redness feels like very like muscle skin depictions.
It feels like if you've taken layers of skin off, what might be underneath
when you look into your science textbook and they've taken away the skin layer and you've got all of the red kind of muscle squishiness.
But how great is that reveal? Because I think the mask in itself is gorgeous. I think even if they just look like that,
it would be fine.
That'd be awesome.
But, the reveal of his face, and it's like
and it is like because it looks gooey
and
like
painful
gunky and like like it looks sore.
He does.
I mean?
The cigarettes look like, sore.
Oh mate, you want to get some,
but that mixed with all their kind of like
get
hypnosis.
Some Sudocrem on that fella. Do you know what I mean?
You need a cooling mask.
Moisturise, babe.
Yeah.
Get the Nivea.
Where's Cassandra? She's got an abundance of it.
You want to? I know a girl who can sort you right out.
I feel like that matched with their kind of hypnosis and with the kind of like energy that comes out of them. Yeah. As they, we know it's blood control, but they kind of pitch it as like hypnotizing the human race. Mm-hmm. It feels alien, like threatening, alien, invading. The planet. And
but I think it feels alien, but in a way that almost feels like I believe that as a culture and a civilization. Yeah. And
they're old, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. There's something just tangible about that maybe because it is, that we see them on their ship, and that there's so many of them, and just in the way that
it's a little colony, isn't it?
Like in the way that they speak, and it seems like they've got a sort of all these traditions and cultures and
rules and stuff.
And I believe all of that, which I think is interesting because they're not really on screen that much.
No. Well, no, not really. It's just it's mainly focused on Rose and the fam trying to get away, trying to escape because they feel Doomsday is here. Harriet's making a speech
because it's not really. Obviously, you get the little flashes that are the first one that's broadcast on the news, and then the ones to
they're like, it looks like
Harriet's base and stuff.
Funny sort of rock.
That always gets me because it's like, that's just TV static, Jackie. You can't see anything through that, babe. You can't see. It doesn't look like
anything.
Never mind rocks. But yeah, like it's only really when Harriet and her team get teleported on. Yeah, and I think all the sword fighting and the costuming, like the
robes,
but also the sort of
Sycorax like emblem, not emblem. Is it medallion?
I was gonna say it, but it feels like it's made of like bones and like when people like wear necklaces with like shark teeth,
like their conquests.
Yeah. Feels very like tribal and like almost like pagan in its. I think they've got some really great bits of dialogue as well. I think that's really nicely written. Not quite sure what I think about the Sycorax rock bit.
Oh, I think it's just Russell's having fun, and
it's a campy little Russell line, yeah.
Sycorax rock, because in the modern sense they rock.
Modern sense they rock.
I love it. It's fabulous.
But yeah, I think they're a really, really cool design, really great idea for a villain. I also like the fact that, and I think series 1 does this a fair amount, really. A lot of the villains aren't here to kill everyone or here to take over and invade. The Sycorax come down and they're like, slavery.
Yeah.
Which I think is a unique sort of
intention,
motivation for a villain and for an invasion. But obviously, presumably that's for profit, which the Slitheen are all out for profit.
Yeah.
Cassandra's out for profit.
Well, it stays in the motivation or the themes that Russell's focusing on for series 1, isn't it?
But yeah, I just like that as quite a unique motivation, and it feels very fitting for.
But it's nice as well because it was by accident. They just took advantage of what they come across with the Guinevere when they sent up, obviously, with the samples and things up into space.
So that's always. I've never quite known which way. Were the Sycorax planning to invade anyway?
No, they were passing. They were in orbit.
Obviously, the probe hits.
The probe hits, and they're like, "Oh, what's this?" And they're like,
bit of blood, mate.
Bit of blood. No, I can do with that. Blood control. Oh.
But let's talk about Harriet then.
Yeah, let's talk about Harriet.
I love Harriet Jones.
I love Harriet Jones. MP for Fly Die North. Not now.
No, Prime Minister
PM,
now.
Prime Minister.
Yes, we know who you are.
Yeah.
It's so
I love that gag
goofy,
so much.
But I can't bring myself to hate it. Like, I know objectively that I'm like, I don't even think it's a great joke.
But it's hilarious.
But I really like it.
I just love it as he's reading his translator and he's like, yes, we know who you are. It's just brilliant to pick that up from World War III or Aliens in London. Because that's where it's first introduced.
Yeah. Harriet Jones, MP for Fly Die North. Yeah, I think she's fabulous. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, Penelope Wilton is
brilliant anyway.
Yeah. Just a
fantastic
delight.
Yeah, she is.
In everything she does. But I think she gives a real, I don't know, there's just a real believability. There's a real heart to Harriet, which I think carries over from the previous story. But I also really believe and trust in her.
I feel like she was the prototype for what Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is now.
Yeah, I see that.
She's the strong not unit
sort
face
of
because she's prime minister, but like strong,
like matriarch.
yeah, human in charge of the earth, or has this knowledge that puts her in this position.
Yeah, and
which
takes responsibility.
she has
and
to.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
And she has to make the difficult decisions for the well-being of humans first versus the aliens.
One beat I really, really like, and I think is something that immediately endears you to her.
Yeah.
Is when
she asks her for her name.
That's another one. But when Llewellyn first comes in and she's kind of chatting, she has the little bit about, Alex is my right hand man. I've never had a right hand man, but I quite like it.
Yeah,
quite like it too, Mum.
Yeah,
that's fun. That feels friendly and stuff. But when she's like, I don't suppose anyone's offered you a coffee.
Yeah.
And this guy's got the Prime Minister making him a coffee.
Yeah.
Because I think
she's grounded.
It immediately goes. She's not got like a power complex.
Yeah.
She's not got too big for her boots.
Absolutely, she's still.
She's human. She's a human being. She's a fundamentally just good person. But on the other hand, you get the whole thing of, you can tell the president, he's not my boss, and he's not certainly not turning this into a war.
Yeah.
And then tell the Sycorax that this is a day of peace on planet Earth. We extend that peace to the Sycorax. Then also tell them that this planet is armed and we do not surrender.
Yeah.
Like, she's got
grit.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But also a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Which I really, really, really like that character. To the point where I think it's almost a shame we get the ending that we do in this episode.
They were leaving.
I like it as a dilemma. I think it's an interesting place to take those two characters and the story in general. And it's obviously like meant to be a kind of parallel to the Falklands thing. I think I've got a bit of trivia about it, so we'll talk about it there. But
I think it's a very human response from her, which the Doctor wasn't expecting.
Yeah, and because I think she's kind of, when she justifies it,
because you have to see it from her perspective, because she's only really her run-ins with aliens are the Slitheen. She was there from start to finish with the Slitheen, and she's seen some horrible things. She's seen people be murdered, and she was right in the heart of that. So when she sees the Doctor say, go and tell the universe of the human race and blah, 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 even though he says it is defended, she has, through the beginning of the story, not had the Doctor. So I think she is pretty justified in saying, you're not always here, you come and go. But we're always here, and you've left. She feels like he's left them as sitting ducks. Yeah. Ready for any invasion.
And she says, she goes, you were asleep.
Yeah.
And the Major and
died right in front of me while you were sleeping. Yeah.
They. Yeah, I don't think what it is. I don't think she's morally in the right to have done it.
No.
I think it is. There's a justification.
Yeah, and you understand her motives.
Yeah, you understand it.
But it doesn't mean that it's right.
I don't condone it.
Yeah.
However,
but that makes sense.
I think the Doctor's takedown of her is really harsh.
Yeah, but he's already set up that there's no second chances. So I feel like that's within... He becomes softer, but I feel like where he is in his story at the moment, that's where 10 is.
Yeah.
Because he killed the Sycorax leader.
I mean, the no second chances line, it's a really cool line. It's a really cool moment. It's like...
It's
sort of... powerful, like it's got a punch,
yeah.
But I retroactively, I kind of almost don't believe it, because that never really feels like where they take Ten as a character for me.
No, they don't.
I think he has those sort of darker, more sterner moments, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something in that, and I think because that's quite a, it's written and delivered as quite a definitive, no second chances on that sort of a man.
Yeah.
So it feels like this is me. This is who I am.
But
now.
he does carry it through for the front half of series 2.
Yeah.
It only really switches after Mickey leaves in.
Where I was going to say,
Cyberman.
whereabouts are you thinking? Because the two things that
School reunion.
sprung to mind. Oh yeah, school reunion is another one.
Yeah.
So first one was the bit in New Earth.
Yeah.
Where he's saying if you want to take it to a higher authority,
There
it
isn't
stops
one.
with
It
me.
stops with me. Yeah.
School reunion is little face off with Finch.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Idiot's Lantern when they when he sees Rose.
Yeah.
With her face taken. Yeah.
He doesn't mess about in Rise of the Cybermen Age of Steel either.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has.
It's never sat.
I don't think he's very forgiving until he gets to Donna.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
It's
just something that's always stood out to me.
I just think it's more nuanced. It's not as on the nose as what it is in the Christmas Invasion.
I think that's what it is. I think it feels very strong, very deliberate.
Because you've got to remember, it's the Time Lord Victorious works because of the build to get there, and if you think of No Second Chances and that sort of the man, and you believe that, and you believe the journey to get to the Time Lord Victorious, them two are hand in hand.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an anger and a sternness and like a fire in him. That's definitely there. I don't know. I think, like you say, it's maybe that
just
it's
more
maybe
subtle.
slightly more nuanced throughout, or on the other side of it, it's slightly more performative anger.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, I think there's two ways that David plays anger as the Doctor. You've got sort of generally throughout. You've got the quite stoic sort of. I'm thinking of like the end of Family of Blood.
Yeah.
Just there's nothing behind the eyes, and he's this
broken.
Yeah, but almost like this vengeful, like God.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't cross me.
Yeah.
But there's no like.
Yeah, there's no.
You know. Yeah. Or you get something like his takedown of Harriet, or like don't challenge me.
Completely fueled by emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very very emotional.
Yeah.
Or like the I Never Would in The Doctor's Daughter, and you know, things like that. This his No Second Chances line feels sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Because there's emotion there, but it's quite sort of held back. But it's not this I'm lost. I'm
He's not
gone.
dissociated, but he's also not fueled by it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's maybe why it doesn't feel like it sits flush with the rest of where he goes on character wise.
I'm glad we sorted that out for you.
Thank you. But okay, then I guess we should probably talk about the Doctor.
Yeah, do you wanna?
Yeah, I suppose we'll get around to it. Yeah.
All right then, let's talk about the Doctor.
Yeah, David Tennant. Davy Tennant.
Very good, isn't he?
He's all right. Yeah. So next, no, he's so good.
Brilliant in this. He instantly is the Doctor.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that it's a very different portrayal to what Chris has done.
Yeah,
but it does what I think all the best Doctor actors do, where they do something that's very different.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's taken, he's got a bit of Tom Baker going on in there, and
well, it's inspired by, isn't it? And
maybe a little bit of Davison.
But all of the Doctors do that.
Yeah,
and that's what makes them feel like an extension of the Doctor.
That's what I was going to say. It feels it's a very different portrayal, but also still feels
memorable
like
and
the Doctor.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's interesting that in universe he's trying to figure out
who he is,
what this new incarnation is like.
Yeah.
Which works as quite a nice sort of get out for them writing it, trying to find out what this new Doctor is like. Because as we said, like this is very much like a proto 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
For what he ends up.
What we get.
Because as they go, they kind of find what works.
Yeah.
David finds his feet even more. That's not to say that he's like stumbling here, because
he's not.
He's got a very clear character, and but I think he just grounds himself as he goes on, which obviously is natural.
I was gonna say, because like even I think writing wise, Matt Smith's strongest Matt Smith is in series 5, but that's writing wise, because I don't like where the character goes. But then when he's with Clara, and back end of series 7 is where he feels the most Doctor again. And then for Capaldi, I think series 8 is him figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I think it's a communal figuring it out until series 9, where he lands it. Then series 10 he's the Doctor. Like that feels like he feels the most comfortable in series 10.
Yeah, I mean we've spoken about this before, but I always feel like series 8 they maybe went too heavy on he's a grumpy bastard, and then the pendulum swung maybe slightly too far the other way for series 9.
Yeah,
in a kind of course correction.
And then
series 10 is the Goldilocks porridge just right.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that, you know, he's not got moments of silliness in series 8, or he's not got darker, sort of grumpier moments of, I mean, bloody Heaven Sent for a start.
Yeah, come on.
And Capaldi's great with all of that and kind of molds, but I think in terms of where the character is, he kind of levels out by the time of series 10, I think.
It's just a character thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
At some point within their run, they find the sweet spot and then play it.
Yeah. And obviously it comes to, that's performance, direction.
Yeah, writing,
the stories, arcs, and the context of, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's
still a very strong opening from David Tennant. And you can definitely see why he became so popular, because he is this charismatic jelly bean, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Charismatic jelly bean.
That's what he is.
Yeah. No, he's got so much charisma.
Yeah.
I saw the other day Tharies did a short where it was like what your favourite Doctor says about you. When he said if your favourite Doctor's the 10th Doctor, there's a high chance that you're one of two people. You either really fancy David Tennant or really want to be David Tennant, which I believe is an apt description of Cat and Tit from the Cecily podcast.
Can my answer be yes to both?
No. Yeah.
David Tennant is my favourite Doctor.
He is mine.
I know he is.
But he always will be, because he's my Doctor.
He's your Doctor, yeah. I always feel David Tennant was my favourite Doctor for pretty much my whole entire life. It's only fairly recently I've decided that for growth I need to explore other options.
Yeah, you need to see other people.
I need to see other people. You never know, I might go back. I do feel guilty. I was explaining to Rob about this. I always feel guilty about having favourites, because I feel like I'm betraying them.
Yeah.
As if David Tennant is having
like crying himself to sleep.
Sleepless nights. Going
Georgia, cut.
Yeah, and I feel like the character hates me now.
And
he
does.
Like,
he told me.
No, he did. Yeah, well,
I've got his number.
Yeah.
TARDIS on speed dial.
Hello, just quickly, could you let Katie know that I hate her? Thank you. Right, cheers, love you, bye.
I feel like I've just unlocked some kind of real like trauma. Yeah.
That could have gone two ways.
Yeah.
What was about to come out of your mouth?
No, let's not.
I'm not that person anymore. Yeah, I'm scared of that. I don't want David Tennant to hate me. No, yeah, I've decided I need some self-reflection and growth.
You need to stop being such a basic bitch.
I think, yeah, I don't want to be like you.
Exactly. Ten is my favourite Doctor because he's my Doctor. He's my first Doctor.
Yeah.
You know, I will always have that.
Mm.
If somebody says who's the best
Doctor, that's different. You know what? Let's have a conversation about this.
Okay, this definitely won't take us 2 hours.
Yeah. The hard thing about best is, okay, under what conditions?
You always do this though.
Yeah, because that's so.
You require like
white.
specific criteria.
I need subsections. Because Capaldi is the best at this, and Matt Smith is the best at this, and David Tennant is the best at this, and I don't think Peter Capaldi could do the things that David Tennant does, and I don't think David Tennant could do the things that Matt Smith does, and Matt Smith couldn't do some of the things that Christopher Eccleston does.
Yeah.
So, I define best in what category?
It's just the best overall.
That's hard.
I know. I know. I don't think I could, like, right now say, oh, the best Doctor is bang.
I'd have to Charlie Day it. I'd have to get my cork boards out and red string.
My gut instinct says Capaldi.
Yeah. But that's a testament to Moffat's writing as well.
Well, yeah, because we're talking the character. We're not talking, like, performance. Just the character in general.
How do you know that?
The best Doctor, the best version of the character. Not the best actor that's performed it. Not the best dialogue or the best who's the coolest or who's the, like, just.
Yeah, see, this is the parameters that I need.
Yeah, I know. And you would be Charlie Day in it. You'd be like giving them all a score based on like.
Well,
top
yeah,
trumps.
and then you can work out the averages, and then whoever has the average.
I'm going on vibes. My gut says Capaldi.
I can't trust my gut because it changes so often.
I'm going Capaldi. I'm going 12 because.
Hold on, is this a question? I'm not answering that.
No. Just,
okay.
Just, you know.
You have the ability to answer this question.
Yeah, but also my mind might change by the end of this podcast.
Like these questions make me feel like I've got a gun in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's how. I shouldn't take any of this seriously.
No, I can't wait for when we do Q&As on Patreon. Right, yeah, we'll just do a quick one. It'll be about 20 minutes when I get out. It's like 4 hours of you rocking in a corner going, but.
I get my whiteboards out.
But I think David is brilliant in this.
Yeah. Yeah, our point.
Yeah, the episode we're talking about. And a lot of that, like we were saying, the script builds to that entrance. It's all built into that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think definitely gives it a bit of a boost.
Yeah.
But again, that could have quite easily fallen flat if you don't have David Tennant in the role, walking around. And you're hanging off every word because it's delivered with such
charisma.
Yeah, and talent. Yeah.
But I think the clincher for us as well, where we know that we can sit back and relax, is when Rose is no arguments from me. When he's like, oh, I'm still the Doctor then, because that helps us go, yeah, he is the Doctor. Rose thinks so. I think so. We're all safe here.
But also, I think that because even within that scene, it kind of plays with the idea that he's not the Doctor, and he's, you know, like the whole big red threatening button.
Left-handed, right-handed.
No, the big red threatening
button that should never ever be pressed.
And then
I
he's
just
like,
want to do this.
Yeah.
Bing.
which makes you go, "Oh God, no, he's gone mad again."
Get away from the edge.
That was the Christmas Invasion performance. Also, I've got a bone to pick with you about this episode.
Oh no.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah. I got the casting wrong.
Yeah. For the longest time, Kat tried telling me that the Sycorax leader...
It wasn't. It's the guy who's... Get away from the edge.
Yeah. Is played by Paul Anderson, who's Arthur Shelby in Peaky Blinders. And I was like, I don't know if it is. I can't see that. And you're like, no, it is. And was so adamant. Not the case. Paul Anderson is in this episode. Yeah. He's Jason.
Jason.
But yeah, so every time I watch this episode and he pops up, I think of your just lie to me.
I did know that I lied like 2 weeks after. It wasn't a lie on purpose.
No, I know it wasn't. But then you recognised that you'd made a mistake and went, I won't tell him.
I didn't think it'd come up again.
So I was going, bloody hell, they've completely changed this. With the prosthetics, they've completely changed the way his face works. And that's incredible.
Wow, the makeup team.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I never thought that we'd get to this point.
That you'd face repercussions for your actions.
Yeah. Liam, just to let you know.
Yeah.
It's actually Jason.
Oh.
Not the Sycorax leader.
I see.
I misremembered.
Yes, I believe the Sycorax leader is played by Sean Gilder.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was anyway. I apologise.
What do you think of the sword fight?
Okay, right. I'm coming off the back of Ian's sword fight from the Crusade. Mm-hmm. Episode 1. Which is absolutely fantastic.
Did anyone know that Kat's doing a marathon of Doctor Who from the very beginning? Did anyone know? It's just because you keep every time you.
The only Doctor Who I'm consuming at the moment is Classic Who. So all of my reference points so far is season 1 and 2 of Doctor Who.
I know. I was editing a couple of episodes ago, and you're like, you know that bit in. You know that bit in The Rescue where Ian's trying to cross, like, in this really niche moment?
It did feel like that. It did.
Go on.
Okay, well, I'm just coming off the back of the sword fight that Ian has in the Crusade. That is choreography. I realised that Ian is a scrappy little fella.
Yeah, man.
All of his
Ian means business.
He's a force to be reckoned with. All of his fights, he comes out on top, and he fights. Yeah. So I wish the sword fight was a bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
It is kind of like hit 2, 3, around, shot. Oh no. Okay, back to it. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. It feels very staged.
It does feel a little bit lackluster.
But I appreciate the use of real swords because you got the weight and you got the sound of it.
Yeah,
that I do appreciate.
I wonder if that's maybe why it's.
I think that's a lot of why
because they're heavy. They're like broadswords.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I understand why it had to be a bit basic. I wish they could have made it look with some editing choices to be a bit better than it was. It's not something that I lose sleep over, but it's something that I think they could have had a bit of a better choreographed piece.
Yeah, I think it, for me, the bit that kind of kills it is the slow-mo, like running towards each other. Yeah, and the fact that it's not shot, it's just shot at a normal frame rate and then slowed down in post. So it's like one frame every 4 seconds. Like it looks choppy. Like
I never noticed that because that's not a me thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It always bugs me. The other thing that bugs me about that scene is, you know, when he regrows his hand.
This new hand. It's my fighting hand.
Yeah,
no, it's a fighting hand. But you get it. I'll try again. This new hand. It's a fighting hand.
That's the one. We've still got another episode to record after this. No, when he regrows his hand, in the sort of like mid shot, it's just a blue background, it's just the sky.
Yeah.
And then there's a shot slightly from the side, and there's a load of sycorax behind him.
Is there?
And then it goes back to the wide, and it's just David.
I need to see this.
It moves between the continuity between the shots. Really throws me off.
Oh, I've never noticed that before.
And they've obviously done it because obviously if it's a clear background, it's easier to comp in the VFX
hand,
of the hand. But then on another take, it's.
I need to watch. Sorry, you're gonna have to pause. I mean, not pause. You can still talk, but I need to.
No, I'll let you. I
do need. I need to watch it now.
I did as soon as I mentioned it. I was like, "Well, I know you're gonna put it up."
There is there. There is. Oh my god, he's in a completely different place. That was really exhilarating.
I know. That's the most energy you've had all pod.
I love a continuity error.
You do.
I love a continuity error. I really
but yeah,
do.
that's always bugged me. I wonder if they did it originally with him there and then went, "Oh, it's going to be really difficult to comp in the VFX. Can we do it on a flat plate background?"
And they were supposed to edit the sycorax in and forgot.
Yeah, or they just didn't realise that it wouldn't match up,
or they just didn't care.
Or just didn't care.
No, maybe they were like, you know what? Someone in 20 years from now isn't going to call it out on a podcast.
I quite like. I like the sword fight as a concept, as like a little set piece.
Yeah, it's fun
to kind of establish him as a,
like hero. It's just hero vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's interesting. I heard Murray Gold say about the Doctor Forever as like his theme that they introduced in series 3, which is like the he was like he announced himself in the Christmas invasions like I'm a fighting doctor, and he was like, so his music became very like swashbuckly and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of where they go with his character. He kind of becomes he kind of turns the Doctor into an action hero, like an unconventional action hero. He's not James Bond, and he's not, but he has. He'll crash through a mirror riding a horse.
Yeah.
And the show kind of goes in that direction, I think. It's a bit more of a...
dreamy, romantic hero, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a more sort of archetypal leading man role that I think he kind of inhibits. But yeah, I think that's a...
I think it's a very clever way of... Sorry, I was listening, but I've got another point now. I was listening to you. It's on the thing. But I think it's also another clever writing thing. Come on, brain, you can do it. You can put a sentence together. I also think it's very clever from Russell introducing him when he's just doing the biggest, rambliest speech to the secret, because that's who 10 becomes, isn't it? He defeats the aliens with his words.
Yeah, he's a talker.
He's a talker. He's a motor mouth. Yeah, he has something to say and he's going to say it. So I think that's clever because I love that speech.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's great.
Fun.
It's funny.
And it kind of opens up it kind of introduces or reintroduces the law around regeneration and even just like not like law but like narratively and conceptually. I could be anyone. Am I ginger? I've never been ginger.
No, you're just sort of brown. Ginger Lumberjack.
And am I funny, sexy, a coward, a liar, a thief? Like
any order you choose.
I don't know. Go on then.
No, I can't actually really remember the order that goes in.
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna.
No, but I know that yours is the wrong. Hold on.
I never claimed that it was the right order. I was paraphrasing.
It's because that's halfway through a conversation, so I need to remember where they start so that I can bring it down. Hold on. Oh God. Yeah, no, I can't remember it. I can't remember all of the words.
Failed.
Ouch. Ouch. I just haven't seen this episode in a while. Go fuck yourself.
Well. You know how you can redeem yourself though?
What?
Do the Sycorax insult.
Oh, I was just explaining that I can't remember how we got onto the subject, but me and my friend in primary school, we used to call each other after every Doctor Who episode on a Saturday. We just used to debrief, and it was really lovely. Anyway, I remember learning how to say, or you just a clanic pel gas a back. Yeah, and I knew that I had to upstage him on that, so I really sat. I remember because my bedroom setup when I was younger, I just had like my little single bed, and then at the bottom of it I had a load of like kind of like plastic boxes where like my toys and books and stuff were, and my cuddly toys were on there, and I remember setting up my portable DVD player, and when it came onto DVD and I had it, I used to put it on and just replay that scene over and over again for when I went into
to rehearse your...
Yeah, and then I went into school the next day.
David Tennant has such a way of pronouncing those like alien...
Well, I guess it's harder for him because he's got to say it in an accent that isn't his anyway.
Yeah.
So he can really just have fun with it, can't he?
And then it's got a sort of like, I don't know, it's almost got like a sort of Scandinavian, what is it, clanic?
You just a clanic pel gas a klisa.
Clanic pel granite.
Grasa.
Granatista.
I don't.
It's like it's so like consonant clanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
but it's like alien, isn't it? It's like what you think of like.
That's what I mean. But
yeah.
he just has a way of delivering those kind of things.
Yeah.
He just does it really well. I mean, there's so many great lines in this.
It is, yeah.
That's a cool moment. I really like Harriet's little bit with the gag where he says, "You're talking about aliens as a matter of fact."
Yeah.
She's like, "There's an act of Parliament banning my autobiography."
Yeah.
Yeah, but loads of little great bits. Again, a bit of a campy Russell T Davies comedy set piece, but Jackie trying to guess what the Doctor needs.
What do you need?
Just I need.
I need you to shut up. He hasn't changed that much, has he?
I think it's interesting that the camera in this episode is quite dynamic with how it moves quite a lot. So with that scene, it's kind of swaying backwards as he moves, sort of on the
I always like that direction. I think it's really
and
that could have been quite flat if the camera was just fixed.
Yeah, I think the fact that
it moves.
It's almost one take.
Yeah.
Obviously, it cuts to the close up a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one thing that does make me laugh in that is they obviously put the VFX of the regeneration mist coming out of his mouth, and he's like talking, and everything's really serious, and that comes out, and then he carries on with it. None of the others look at this orange mist coming up from his mouth. They're just staring at him like, why is he just like breathed on my face? But I think the direction's pretty solid for this one actually. James Hawes, he did The Empty Child Two-Parter and School Reunion.
Nice.
And maybe newer. So, I mean, have you got any other thoughts? Is there anything that we've missed?
I like it when they run out into the snow and it's like, it's not snow, it's ash.
Yeah, that's a great little concept.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's loads of... That's just some fun sort of little throwaway line. But there's loads of good concepts in this. Like, I think blood control and doing that through the blood groups, I think that's a really cool little idea.
That's really fun, yeah.
Sort of everyone standing on the roof, that's a really stark image.
Yeah.
Like, I never really appreciated it before, but watching it this time around, I was like,
that's dark.
That's really bold to be like, Christmas Day, family viewing.
Yeah.
Third of the population's gonna
jump over the edge.
Yeah.
At the click of a finger.
Yeah, there's loads of great little bits in this. And then obviously you get that final scene, Song for 10, banger.
Oh, We haven't even spoken about that yet.
Go on.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, Mum, it should be yours. With the little Christmas hat,
Christmas dinner.
and then Rose picking the bit of turkey up, and then she turns around because the door shuts, and it's Ten, and he's just smiling, and then she has her big smile, and then they're all so family, and then him, and then he's looking for all the costumes, and then you can go, well, that's using the Shakespeare Code later. Well, that one's from this episode. That one's from this episode, and he's trying on all his ties, and you see Tom Baker's scarf's on one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he wears Tom's season 18 scarf over the dressing gown that he's got on. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god, and it makes the TARDIS feel so big as well.
Yeah, it's a shame we never really
get to explore that.
Get that again with this TARDIS.
Yeah.
I imagine it was quite an expensive thing to CG.
Yeah, but I think this is one of the issues I have with the TARDIS all of the time. It's never explored to its fullest potential, which is always a shame. But I really, really appreciated the little wardrobe.
Yeah, it's a really nice little scene, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's so good. Like, I'm getting butterflies because that's just like peak Doctor Who. Felt so grounded, homely, Christmassy.
It does feel really
it's like
really
comfortable,
homely.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
comfy,
like it's
cozy.
comfy. It's comfy and cozy. I love that.
And I think it's interesting actually that I really like Jackie's relationship with the Doctor in this episode.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, massively since
But even, because I know that they don't meet on screen again after World War III, like Aliens in London World War III.
No.
As in the ninth
Doctor.
Yeah. Obviously they meet in Father's Day, but
it's different.
But yeah, no, I really like their relationship because it does really feel like the mother-in-law.
Yeah, she's come to terms with it more though, hasn't she?
She's come to terms with it, and I think it's maybe a little bit easier to swallow now. He's
younger.
He looks a bit closer to Rose's age.
Yeah.
And also that I think she just has a bit more trust in him. Like the whole thing of him sending her home and the fact that he's in obvious, like, he's not well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she mothers him and she looks after him and Rose and Mickey go out.
Yeah.
And she's at home looking after him, making sure he's well again.
Yeah, and
she takes on that maternal role with him, doesn't she?
I was going to say, she definitely sort of, you get more of that maternal side to her. Even, and, it's obviously played for laughs, but even when she's like, what do you need? What can I do for you? Like,
ham sandwich, cup of tea, vitamin C, vitamin D. Yeah, like, all of it.
Yeah. I see a bit of my mum in Jackie when she's like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I see Kazza in there.
Yeah. But and it's really sweet when, there's that one. Obviously, you get the bit where Rose is sort of patting his head with the, with the cold compress and stuff. But then you get Jackie doing it a little bit later, and she's
which brings in the tea.
What do you need? Like,
yeah.
And then that she falls asleep.
Sleep with him.
Sort of, yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's really sweet.
It's really sweet.
Really sweet. And then obviously come the end,
when they're all ganging up against Harriet and they're all stood there.
Yeah, they're like
Doctor Squad.
But they have that little hug.
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
Yeah.
And then them having.
And then when he's like, "Good cup of tea," and she's like, I said so, and then she's like, "Oh, but is it really? Is it the Doctor?" And then he's like, "Come here." Oh,
yeah.
It's just so. It makes you smile.
It is.
It makes you smile.
Especially, I think, especially because I've not got like heaps of nostalgia for this era, the Rose era.
Yeah.
Because it was before where I'd started watching. That felt like the old stuff.
That was your classic Who.
That's my classic Who. Yeah. What I mean is, like, I wasn't watching week to week with these characters, and but yeah, it is really lovely, and it feels, especially I think because you've had such an aversion to anything of that kind of like domestic, from Chris's Doctor, even though you get those moments where he's like, "Oh, I've never had a life like that,"
Yeah.
and he's kind of almost pining for it,
Yeah.
but doesn't.
Reserved, yeah.
Yeah, he's holding himself. He doesn't want to let himself have any kind
Yeah.
of anything resembling family
Mhm.
because
Well, he's
lost
just coming off the back,
his
isn't he?
family.
Yeah.
And then I think to kind of shake it off,
Mhm.
and he's got a little spring in his step.
I was going to say, well, Ten only manages to do it because of Rose.
Yeah.
If Rose wasn't in the picture, he wouldn't be having a family dynamic right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's a really lovely little, really lovely little dynamic, I think, that carries through nicely into the series too. But yeah, is there anything else that you wanted to?
No, I think we should go on to our trivia section.
You want to go on to the trivia section?
Yeah, what do we call it every week?
As always, every week, the Chrsitmas invasion.
Yep.
I wonder how long it's going to take for this joke to, wear thin for you.
Land?
Huh?
This joke to land?
Wow. One day, I'm going to come in with a pun so good
that I'm going to pun my pants off.
Okay.
No, instead of laugh my pants off.
Yeah, no, I got it. The pun just didn't land. I got some trivia for you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is the first story broadcast on Christmas Day since episode 7 of the Daleks' Master Plan, The Feast of Stephen.
The Feast of Stephen.
Yes.
Indeed.
It is also one of only 4 episodes broadcast on a Sunday until the Chibnall era. If I can give you 2 of which are Christmas specials.
Yeah.
The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, and The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Right.
Can you tell me the third? It's Russell era.
What, The Runaway Bride?
Then it's not a Christmas special.
Oh. On a Sunday?
We've already spoken about it on the pod.
Born Again?
We've already spoken about it on the pod.
The Christmas Invasion?
We've already spoken about it on the pod.
Russell era?
It's The Waters of Mars, yes.
Is that on a Sunday?
Yeah, because we had this exact conversation when we reviewed Waters of Mars.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know why you expect me to remember things. You know my memory isn't very good.
I'm just glad to know you cherish our conversations.
That's not fair. That's not fair, because I don't remember anything with anyone, clearly.
That's true.
This isn't my fault.
I've got a proper little scowl on now. At 60 minutes, this was the longest episode of the show produced up until this point.
Yeah. I knew that one.
This is the first episode of the modern series to include the middle 8 section of the theme tune, and the first to use music performed by the BBC National Orchestra of Wales.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. There is a deleted scene on the Sycorax ship where the Doctor attempts to say the Ninth Doctor's catchphrase "fantastic," but struggles.
Oh, yeah.
But struggles because of his new teeth.
Yeah.
Proceeding to trial a variety of alternative words. This was intended to set up the final scene where he's finally able to say it.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
It is gonna be fantastic.
Which, yeah, as a kid, again, obviously went completely over my head that was a reference to...
Oh, yeah, of course.
9.
So you see her, give a big smile, and you're like, oh, they're just having a nice time.
Yeah. I honestly,
this doesn't mean anything significant
It took me an embarrassingly long time to recognise that...
Yesterday.
That's what that was. It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Russell T Davies briefly considered destroying Big Ben again in this story.
He's got a thing about Big Ben.
Yeah. That could have been quite a funny gag.
It would have been really funny gag.
They just, every time there's a ship,
they just
Big
destroy.
Ben,
Fucks again.
Although, there's quite a nice little bit when you see Big Ben in this story,
and it's still got the scaffold in it.
It's got loads of scaffold in it. Yeah. The British Rocket Group organisation was first mentioned in Remembrance of the Daleks, a reference to the British Experimental Rocket Group from the Quatermass serials. David Tennant starred in the 2005 BBC live remake of the Quatermass experiment as Dr. Gordon Briscoe. In reference to the speculation about Tennant's casting as the Doctor, co-star Jason Fleming changed the line from "Good to have you back, Gordon" to "Good to have you back, Doctor."
Nice.
Tennant's casting was announced 2 weeks after this.
Yeah, nice.
There you go. We love that.
I love Casanova.
I've never seen Casanova.
I brought it on DVD.
I'd like to watch Casanova.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
So I can't show you
Never
off
mind
of my DVD. It's his contact lenses that always throw me. But he is very 10 in Casanova. He's got that charm.
Why are you talking about Casanova?
Casting. Because that's what got him the role for the Doctor.
Oh, okay. You
Russell
did that
T.
thing. You
Davies.
did that thing where you just make a jump.
Oh, well, Russell T. Davies saw him in Casanova and was like, oh, that feels really... And then David Tennant auditioned for the Doctor and got it because of Casanova.
He didn't audition.
Oh, well, he got it for Casanova. Yeah.
No, sorry, I was just confused because I was talking about Quatermass and then you started going, yeah, I've got Casanova on DVD.
Oh, sorry. No. Okay, I'll tell you where my lead went.
Go on.
Because you said, and then 2 weeks later he was announced.
Yeah.
And we're talking about his casting, and it was Casanova that got him cast, and I had the DVD, and I can see that he's very 10 in it.
Yes, I agree. I just didn't understand how you got there because you didn't clue me in. There was a cut line that explained the new Doctor's accent was influenced by Rose.
Which is? My voice is influenced by you, Rose.
I don't know what the actual line was.
Oh.
But it's a concept that would be reincorporated into the novelisation of the story.
I looked at my shelf as if I had it. Wait. But I listened to the audio and I can't remember a line being in there about it.
Yeah, but your memory's...
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is that basically Rose kind of imprinted
that's
on
why...
him with his slightly Cockney accent.
And the fact that he looks younger and all the rest of it.
Yeah,
that's all within the mix, isn't it?
I've always had that as a kind of
he's like,
headcanon.
Now I'm like younger enough for you, so now we can be boyfriend and girlfriend properly now.
Should we go on dates to the cinema?
Oh, should we go on dates and get stranded on a planet?
Oh, cute. The line about the cover-up for the Sycorax broadcast about students hijacking the signal is a reference to an incident of just that happening in Chicago during an airing of Horror of Fang Rock.
Oh.
This was the first time a television drama was granted permission to film atop the Tower of London.
Oh, really?
So you were talking about the wardrobe, TARDIS wardrobe.
Yep.
There's various items of clothing of previous incarnations.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know. So we've got the first Doctor's feather hat from Reign of Terror, I believe. The second Doctor's trousers, jacket, and stovepipe hat.
Right. Yeah.
The third Doctor's cape. Fourth Doctor's scarf and fedora. Fifth Doctor's hat.
Mm-hmm.
The sixth Doctor's waistcoat, coat, and umbrella.
Yeah.
The seventh Doctor's umbrella. And the eighth Doctor's green coat also.
I've never noticed the cape or the coat before.
No.
So I'm going to go back in and have a look.
There you go.
When we
There's
have
some
dinner.
little bit of homework for you.
Thanks.
Russell T Davies wrote the script with the Ninth Doctor in mind, believing the characteristics specific to the 10th Doctor would emerge through David Tennant's performance.
Yeah. That's smart.
But then, that said,
Although the end... The speech, that's very 10, isn't it? That's not 9. 9 wouldn't go on a big speech to the Sycorax and quote the Lion King. That is not the Ninth Doctor at all, so I don't know how much of that is seasoned. The beginning, I believe. But then when we get to 10, that's 10.
Yeah, I think Did You Miss Me Onwards?
Yeah, is definitely...
Maybe challenging Harriet or like the sort of sterner bits.
Yeah.
Like I can see
that.
I can see how Eccleston would have played some of those bits, but some of it's just like, I can't see Eccleston going.
There is more to see than can ever be seen. More to do than... No, sorry.
No, sorry, that's the Lion King.
Well, the point's still...
Where are you from? Jodie?
Did I Jodie?
Sorry, that's the Lion King. Yaz, have you seen the Lion King?
Have we seen the Lion King?
Is that the one with Ed Sheeran?
The prototype of the Sycorax swords was auctioned off, raising £920 for Great Ormond Street Hospital Children's Charity.
That's nice.
The prototype, though,
got
almost £1,000.
Imagine the real one.
Yeah. After receiving backlash from the United Nations, RTD opted to only refer to UNIT by the acronym in this episode.
Oh, really?
Because obviously in the old days, it's the United Nations Intelligence Task Force.
Yeah.
So that's what they called it in Alien to London.
Yeah.
And then the UN went, don't be using our name. So they went, okay, we'll just call them UNIT. And then later on, it's the Unified Intelligence Task Force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why they changed.
Wow.
The production team considered moving to high definition for this episode, but ultimately decided to retain visual consistency with the Series 1 digital Betacam format.
Mm.
Imagine if we'd had HD Doctor Who from this point.
That makes sense because it's kind of progressing from Series 1, doesn't it? But it would have looked cool. It like having some like sharper visuals would look really cool.
I mean,
but you know, I'm happy with how it is. I don't mind how Series 1 looks, so I'm not, you know.
Yeah, because obviously it goes all through. Apart from the specials, it's all through the 9 and 10 era.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to have that crisp image. Between wrapping on Series 1 and filming started on this episode, Billie Piper had a noticeably shorter haircut.
She did.
Not realising that this story would pick up directly after the previous one. As a result, it was decided that she would wear hair extensions for the special.
Which I only just learnt this. But it makes sense because the top bit's braided, so you can't see where her layers feather around her face, which she doesn't have in Series 1. So it makes sense for her to have her plaits in.
Right.
So you just have the length of her hair, is because she gets hard feathering for her bob. So to blend it, she has plaits at the front.
I'm nodding, but I don't really understand what you're saying. But I'm sure many people do. Freema Agyeman auditioned for the role of Sally Jacobs.
Thank you, Sally.
But the production team felt she was deserving of a more prominent role.
So she gets
Adiola
in Doomsday.
I guess it's bigger than Sally.
Yeah, but
yeah, she did all right.
And then, you know, companion. So...
It all worked out in the end, didn't it? The concluding scene initially saw the Doctor and Rose ruminating on how they missed the Ninth Doctor, but the production team felt they should be looking forward rather than reflecting on the past.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
It's the right call, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
I think the little fantastic,
it's enough of
reference,
a nod, isn't it?
Yeah. Sycorax is the name in which... Sycorax is the name of the witch in Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Yes, it is.
Which the Doctor later accidentally gives inspiration for in the Shakespeare Code, which is nice little grandfather paradox. Harriet's decision to destroy the Sycorax ship despite it leaving Earth seems to echo Margaret Thatcher's decision to sink the Belgrano in the Falklands War, even though it was leaving British waters. So this is what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do. I don't know. I think it's just, it hurts that it's Harriet. Because I think she could have been a great character to continue. You know, I know she pops up again
in Series 1.
And maybe it was a thing where they were like, realistically, we're not going to be able to get like Penelope Wilson back loads.
Yeah.
So and it's the scene's played really well. It's an interesting little dynamic, but part of me kind of wishes that
it wasn't. Yeah. But that's also why we haven't really had the Sycorax back, because genocide, right?
I don't think it's all of them, is it? That's not the entire...
I don't know. Is it?
I don't think so. I think that's just a little squadron.
A little colony ship.
Yeah. Little slave ship.
Right.
Jackie's line, anything else he's got two of. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Is also said by Arthur Dent in the 2005 adaptation of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in reference to the two-headed Zaphod Beeblebrox. But of course, Arthur Dent referenced in this story. Written by Douglas Adams, who wrote on Doctor Who for Tom Baker.
Yes.
It all ties in, doesn't it? It all yeah. Speaking of that scene, there's a fan theory that the medical student, who is Tina the Cleaner's new lodger, is one Martha Jones.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
There's a little headcanon if you want that.
I like that.
And finally, here's a little bit of mad A little bit of mad trivia for you.
Go on.
So, Jacqueline Rayner's short story, The Christmas Inversion, reveals that whilst the Doctor, Rose and Mickey are on the Sycorax ship,
Yeah.
Jackie has an unexpected encounter with the third Doctor, Joe, and Mike Yates.
Sorry. Sorry? What? Is this a story?
Yeah.
This is a story?
It's like a short story. It's kind of played a bit tongue-in-cheek.
I need to see Jackie Tyler with Joe Grant and the third Doctor
I think it's in one of those little short story, like the 12
little
Doctors
anthology
of Christmas
ones, yeah.
short story collection things.
Oh my god, I need to read that immediately.
So, John Pertwee, Joe and Mike Yates crop up.
Yeah.
They've responded to Harriet's distress call after it was detected by the TARDIS.
Insane.
And they soon discover that the Master has broken into Jackie's flat.
What?
The story also implies that the 10th Doctor is able to complete his regeneration and stabilise his new incarnation by siphoning regenerative energy from the third
Master.
Doctor.
Oh, from the third Doctor. No. It's a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
It's a cup of tea.
That's all he needed.
Not the third Doctor. That's insane.
Heated infusion of free radicals and tannin?
To get the synapses going or something.
Yeah. There you go. So thanks for that, Jacqueline Rayner.
That's insane. But I need to read it.
I think it's meant to be pretty tongue-in-cheek.
Well, obviously.
Like,
naturally. But that is insane.
Yeah. Although it does feel like something like Big Finish would pitch as a story.
When you said it originally, I was like, so what Big Finish is this? What short trip is this? That's insane.
Yeah. So that is the end of the Chrsitmas invasion. And the end of the episode.
Today's episode.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed revisiting this one.
I love the Christmas invasion so much.
It's good, isn't it?
It's really good.
It's good. Yeah. Let us know what you think. If you want to leave us a comment, give us a like, share it around.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Do the
follow
good
us.
stuff.
You can also get into contact with us via our link tree.
Yeah.
The email address is also in there, as well as all of our socials, and the link to our Ko-fi, and the link to our brand new, just launched Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
If you would like to join us over there, you can get loads of bonus content and good stuff, which we're going to be trying to do sort of like twice monthly. Yeah, if you'd like to join us over there, we've got loads of fun stuff coming up. What have we got up there that's launched today, Kat?
Over on our Patreon, launched new today.
New today,
we have our K9 and Company commentary, where we watch it, comment on it, have a laugh about it. I get extremely excited about it.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
And I lose my mind.
So, if you want to hear Tib lose his mind, then absolutely
what more
head over
could
to
you
the
wish
Patreon
for?
and watch that.
We've also got our mini little extra pod episode as a little companion piece to this, where we talk about Born Again, the little prequel Children in Need scene, Minnesota spin-off bit.
I watch it for the first time, and you hear my very, very live thoughts on that.
Yeah, you had a very interesting.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not. No, I'm just saying you had a very interesting reaction to it.
Yeah.
So
if you want to hear that interesting reaction.
Yeah, if you want to hear that interesting reaction. Otherwise, we will be back next week, New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So what are we reviewing for New Year's Eve?
I'll tell you what we're reviewing. We're taking a look at the Jodie Whittaker Dalek debut. Resolution. Yes. So join us for that. I'm sure Kat's going to have lots of interesting thoughts.
Because I love it.
I can see a reaction going on in the face right now.
I think it's a great episode.
But yeah, give us a follow, leave us a review. That'd be lovely.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
On Spotify, Apple, wherever. Think of it as a Christmas present.
Manipulate our audience. Jesus.
But yeah, thank you very much. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
Have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, have a gorgeous day. And I know there's no Doctor Who Christmas special on the telly, but
Watch an old one.
on.
I will
go
be.
and watch this. Go and watch Christmas Invasion.
Yeah, I think you should. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the 20-year anniversary, so let's all watch the Christmas Invasion. Well, you'll have Chimes of Midnight. You'll listen to that.
Yeah.
So listen to the Chimes of Midnight, and then watch the Christmas Invasion on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
argue with your family, get drunk.
I mean, I won't be. I'll just be watching Doctor Who and eating gherkins, but, that's
eating
my
gherkins.
Christmas. Yeah. Fresh out the pot, baby.
That classic Christmas festive food.
Everyone has tea time, and there's gherkins and ham sandwiches or turkey sandwiches.
Beg your pardon?
You had tea time.
Tea time?
Yeah, when you have a tea.
No, I'm familiar with that. I'm following you there.
Yeah. So we have ham sandwiches.
Is this before or after dinner?
After dinner. So you have dinner at like 1:00, and then at tea time around 6:00 we have turkey sandwiches. My grandma's homemade potato salad, which is incredible. Celery, gherkins, pickled onions, pickled eggs. New kiss this man.
No, I don't know any of this.
Crisps. Mince pie, sausage rolls, some little like picky bits, and then you get a plate and you sit down and have picky bits and play games and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what. So Christmas Day we have Christmas dinner, picky bit tea.
Yeah.
And then repeat on Boxing Day, second Christmas dinner, picky bit tea.
You have double Christmas dinner.
Double Christmas dinner for Boxing Day as well. Yeah.
Damn. No, our Christmas lunch tends to be about 3.
Oh.
About 3-ish. And then the idea is that, because you can have like chocolate for breakfast and stuff and get on the booze.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I don't drink, so.
And then come 3:00, my family's massively overestimated how much food you need for however many people we've got. So you've got a plate that's sort of piled high.
Yeah.
And then you kind of don't really eat anything after that because
but
you're twice the size.
But when do you eat Mrs. Badley's plum pudding?
Oh, well, there's always time for that because Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without Mrs. Badley's plum pudding.
Do you know what I mean?
But
no, but when do you have your Christmas pudding?
I don't have Christmas pudding.
Neither do I, but my family does. I just have little cheesecakes.
None of my like Christmas pudding.
No, so
sometimes we'll have a cheesecake or a trifle, perhaps.
Trifle, cheesecake, Yule log, and Christmas pudding.
Yeah. Does anybody care about what we're doing for our Christmas dinner plans?
If they're still here.
If they're still here, they've signed off, haven't they? Yeah. Regardless, hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
What do you do for your Christmas dinner? What's your arrangements?
What's your Christmas
kind of thing do you
arrangements?
have? And we will see you next week for the last pod of the year.
Bye.
Bye.
Does my laugh sound like SpongeBob? Because I laughed then and then had and was like, oh no. I know I have an annoying laugh and I hate it and I really, really am embarrassed by it.
I've never heard you laugh and go,
SpongeBob.
all right,
That
Krabby
sounds...
Patty.